You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, your friendly Abash Cup Cutter. If you're new to the podcast, you know there are a few things that I like to do. One, I like to have weekly episodes with my boys where we talk about golf. Two, I like to give insights on greenskeeping. You know, it's the stuff that I do. Again, this is your friendly Abash Cup Cutter, your F.U.C.C Golf podcast. The third thing that I like to do is travel all over Tampa Bay and beyond. I love having conversations. I love talking to golf pros, superintendents, cart girls, club fitters, you name it. I love talking to everybody, and you guys know I love to talk. And so here I am today. I'm at Temple Palms, my home track where I work. You guys know I love cutting cups here. I'm here talking with Nicolo, sorry, because I was focusing on your last name.
Easy.
Nicolo Ragazzi.
That's it.
Brother,
That's it.
dude,
My
thanks
man.
for wanting to be on
Thanks
the
for having
podcast,
me.
have a conversation, baby.
Been looking forward to it, man.
Dude, man, it was, yeah, man, we already know this is just a conversation, brother.
Well, I remember when I came over here.
First day.
Originally from Lake Como, Italy. Definitely one of the most beautiful places in the world. We moved over here when I was young, it was 1994, so I'm 37 years old.
Yeah.
Moved over here once my parents divorced, and I grew up in South Florida. And then my fiance got me to move over here. As soon as I came over here to Tampa Palms, you know, I got to meet people just like you who made it that much more just, I mean, talk about self-worth and gratitude. I found myself in a position to finally give it a chance to go after my dream and play, you know, full-time professionally.
Yeah.
And
yeah, man, we'll get into
all
of that
all
stuff.
of that, you know, meeting you and meeting Kagan and the guys that we know here.
It's a great crew.
It's such a great
It was awesome. It was awesome the first day that we met. I was getting ready to getting ready to cut the practice green or doing something.
Yep.
And I say, yo, bro, dude, Dave. I'm like, what's this, bro? I didn't know it was this ginger, not alone. I'm like an Italian ginger. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
real red hair.
Dude, right? And I was like, what's up, bro? And just the energy was vibing, dude.
It was 100%. It was 100. I remember when I came up to you, I was like, all right, I've known this guy for a long time, even though it was the first time we met.
Yeah, dude.
And it was just like, I remember, like, it was electric. So, I mean...
what I am in the videos, whatever. This is me 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, besides when I'm sleeping or if I'm a little too much gummies.
You guys are getting to see the real guy.
This is me all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm genuine.
Dude, yeah, bro. It was good energy right off the bat, bro.
Yes, sir.
Dude, it was great energy. So let's get into you because I mean, I'm still learning about you because, you know, obviously we both work here and in the mornings it can be quite busy.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting the carts ready, you're getting your guests ready, and obviously I'm cutting cups, getting the greens ready, all that jazz.
100.
100%, right? It costs no money to be polite. That's the biggest thing.
No, it doesn't. Always be kind.
That's right. So you already said, so you're originally from Italy.
Originally from Italy.
How long did you live there for then, bro?
I was born in '88. I lived there until I was about 6 years old.
Okay.
Do
you remember any of that?
I still remembered a lot of it.
Wow.
The thing is that growing up in a place like that, you know, my dad started in business in textiles. He started his own business. We used to do all the neckwear for a lot of high-end brands. Gianni Versace in the 70s. That's kind of one of the accounts, the Missoni family, a lot of designers. And back then, everyone knew each other. So it became family. And so I think because of that, I was always able to have fond memories of my childhood growing up there. Even though I was very young, I joke about it with a lot of people that I have like photographic memory. But the thing is that going back home it's always home for me. Even though I grew up in South Florida in Delray Beach, originally was like kind of like that was my major growth. You know, that was from 6 to college. I went to George Washington University, came back, you know, after being in DC, and I loved being in Florida most of my life.
Yeah.
So I think having this juxtaposition, this kind of back and forth between two different cultures, made me who I am today, and something that I'm beyond grateful for, to be able to go back to somewhere as beautiful as Lake Como, Italy. If anyone knows Lake Como, it's epic.
It's Lake Como. Yeah. I mean, that's all I know about Italy besides spaghetti.
Other than George Clooney living there.
Exactly.
I joke about it. I was there first. No, but Yeah, Italy for me has always been a huge part of who I am as an individual. The culture, the values, relationships, something that I kind of took with me after seeing how my parents were with people, and then also that related and kind of transcended into how I am with people nowadays, and
Yeah.
kind of how it's so easy for me to be me and be able to be
course.
around people like you. And I just find that, you know, there's a certain time in your life you start attracting the right people.
Of course.
And once you start focusing on what makes you happy, then usually you do attract the right people. And
Yeah.
doing a podcast like this and hanging out is
Brother, it's
like
the best,
this, I've
man.
been, like I said, I've been looking forward to this for
It's
a
just
minute.
it's just the way how I look at it. I've been lately telling folks, you know, in a way you're being immortalized.
Yeah.
Having this conversation, right?
Yeah.
Just you and I, just again, the greatest of energy. And you said
It's something that's lacking, you know.
Oh, very
nowadays.
true.
And so when you have that, it's something that, you know, I find, like I said, so much gratitude, because people talk about it all the time. You don't really see people having a one-on-one.
No.
It's mostly everyone looking at their phone and stuff like that. And it's very surface level. So
Very true. I mean, it's like what you said earlier, though. I want to touch base back.
yeah, sure.
Like you were talking about what your parents did.
Yeah.
So the fact, not necessarily the textile, but how they viewed life.
Yeah.
How they viewing people. Would you say they were very people person? Were they just love caring about others? Like
So my dad came from nothing. His business, he served in the military, like everyone in Italy. That was, you know, something that we connected on as well. But he started his business where relationships and that personal, or being personable, goes so far, especially nowadays. But back then that was how you did business.
Yeah.
You know, like if you were someone that was not ready and able, or willing and able to actually have those conversations with people, like you didn't go anywhere in business. And
Yeah.
I think that the reason why my dad did so well was because of his younger brother who started the business with him. He was more of the business side of things. My dad was more of the personal, more like, you know, he was a people person.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, same thing. She actually went to Juilliard for ballet, originally from New York, from Westchester. And she, shortly after doing ballet, she became a Ford model for the Ford the Ford modeling agency back then. You know, that she was like hanging out with all these celebrities.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of it was not about the people and what they did for a living, but just that they like being around her.
Yeah.
You know, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, you know, people from like Blues Brothers days, and from
wow.
pre SNL and SNL days, and Studio 54. And so I think there was just like a different time, because you didn't have social media. You in order to really do things and do them well, you almost have to sell yourself. So I always saw, and that related and turned into me being really good at sales, and really I found my niche. I found my kind of my world, and being connected with people.
Yeah.
Where I even have a friend of mine who, I don't know if any of the guys that, you know, follow you here, stay connected. Leo Herrera, shout out to him if he's, you know, hopefully he gets to see this, and I'll
Hopefully,
share this
we'll
with him
tag him.
too.
Yeah.
He's stay connected, and that's just all about community, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Community and just communication, and just caring,
Yeah.
respect, and all that stuff, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
actually wanting to know someone.
yeah. How long have your parents been married?
So they were married for about 15 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Once they separated, my sister and I moved with our mom.
Okay.
She flew us all the way over to the States.
Yeah. Wow.
And that was a big move, you know. Like
Yeah.
I think not until later in life did I start to realize, you know, how relationships and family, how everything
course.
worked out, how important family is. But
Yeah.
to appreciate both my dad and my mom,
Of course.
you know, as separate entities. And
Of course, I know what it's like, man. My
Yeah.
parents were divorced when I was 3 years old.
yeah.
So I know, yeah, man. It's all about, and they still.
And they still have like this kind of relationship where,
Cool.
you know, my mom would still go to Italy all the time, and then we still go there every summer. So
You still go there every summer?
Yeah, so it's still very present, and that's why even though I was 6 years old,
Yeah.
I was there almost all the time.
Wow.
Or my dad was always coming to visit us in Palm Beach and West Palm and
Yeah.
Delray and that area.
Well, that's where you got very fortunate to where, like, I was born in the Philippines on a Navy base.
Yep.
But it's like I left there, I think, when I was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So I don't remember. And of course, I would love to have gone back to where I was born. Where because I'm half Polish.
Yeah.
I've never been to Poland.
Oh, no.
Never been to. Well, I mean, I've been through the area because of the military and
Sure.
but then, like, I've never got a chance to go back to see where I was born, what base I was at, the culture of that
There's
stuff.
definitely a certain sense
Yeah,
of
but you get to do it
appreciation.
all the time. You do it every year.
Yeah. That's
Dude.
where, so just recently in Japan, I had, my sisters had this tradition. We were celebrating our dad's 80th birthday.
Beautiful.
Family to me is everything.
Yeah.
Being able to connect and stay connected to them, and being able to celebrate our dad in a place that we had dreamt of going to for many years, and that he promised us to go to for many years. So we just got back, and I received, in Japanese this means kansha, which is gratitude. It's all about love and protecting the ones that you love. And my angel number 66, which to me is all interconnected with who I am, which is when you stay on the right path, good things start coming your way. You start really kind of getting to know what's really important.
What's really important? Just enjoying life, enjoying people,
Appreciating where
and
you're
just
from,
everything.
appreciating the people you're around, surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, gratitude goes a long way. Staying present.
Of course, that's a big one, man. You're absolutely right. Staying present and just good people. You know what I mean? Like I just watched like this little reel not that long ago about you're a direct reflection of the 5 people in your life, the first 5. You know what I'm saying? Like really close. I mean, like I was really close to my dad and my brother, and even though unfortunately my parents divorced young, we only saw my dad 2 months out of the year.
Yeah.
But we still, my brother and I have the way how my dad viewed life, enjoying people, conversations, just opening up the door. It costs no money to be polite. All those things. And we only saw him twice 2 months out of the year.
And then as you get older, I think you start to like create your own image of what that is. You know,
of
because
course.
we have so many expectations of things, of how things should be with our family. And, you know, I had the same thing, very similar, where it was very tough to kind of paint a picture of what it was that, who my father was. And what the relationship was, you know, and what it turned into was me being, again, gratitude. Me being able to actually not base things off of maybe these childhood kind of conceptions of, you know, what is this relationship? Is this what, you know, what I always wanted it to be? And then I realized that once I started focusing on myself and my own growth, I was able to actually create a relationship stronger than I ever had imagined with my dad.
That's
so
beautiful,
like, I think that's part of it. Like,
dude,
we grow
100%,
up with
man.
separation from family, and then you know, not everyone gets to have that, and that's another point of like, you know, just
gratitude.
I
mean, the fact that, you know, I'm unfortunate. I lost.
Theme.
100%, man. I mean, the fact that you're very grateful that you got to experience that with your father, with your siblings and everything on a trip that was promised you when you were kids.
Yeah, since I was like 12 years old, I think.
Dad said,
so
we're going to go to
25
Japan,
years.
and you guys just never made it. And
then we did it, and it brought us even closer together.
You guys, so it was just the 4 of you? Or
So it was my dad. My oldest sister lives in Italy. She works for the family business in textiles. My sister, she's been working for Cartier now for about 12 years. She's been in retail and fashion. So it's definitely one of those things that has been a major focal point of our lives. Like, the relationships that were created through businesses and fashion that, you know, my dad started at a time where he got to know everyone, you know, everyone in that business. So yeah, I mean, with my sisters, they were able to make the time, and I was obviously at a place at some point in life where I was like, you know what,
pretty flexible.
I can go.
I hear you. Know, we'll get into that
here.
We'll get into it, brother. We'll absolutely get into that stuff. But man, 9 days in Japan.
Tokyo and Kyoto.
What was your biggest highlight? Your favorite memory out of?
Actually, you want to know what? It's
I
funny.
love it, man. This, like I said, we're just...
you know, there's the simple things that you find, like you're in a new country. I love to travel. I think that the best way to get to know yourself is when you're able to have this gratitude coming back to where you actually live, to see things differently, put things in perspective. Japan in itself is an incredible culture. The people are kind, welcoming. I think that there was so much to learn by just being there, seeing how kind of like the regular day-to-day operations in life were like, and I took so many photos of like kind of like ideas of like being like, you know, photos of the day in the life of people in Japan.
Yeah.
But my fondest memory that I can like pinpoint right off the bat was actually getting a haircut. It's crazy.
So folks don't know,
I had hair almost
Yeah.
not as long as him.
majestic red fire hair, bro.
It was like,
I'm not a fagula, but however, it was very
it was majestic.
It was very majestic.
I think people painted a picture that was me.
Dude, for real. And then when
for
you
a
pulled
long
up, I'm like,
time.
is it in a ponytail? No, the bro. So how'd you just went to a regular?
So I was, you know, I had to do some research. I ended up walking over to this barber shop, and I think it was, I'm forgetting the name right now. But I walked in and they're like, come back at 2:00. So we go to the fresh market there. You're having fresh uni, sea urchin, oysters, like some of the best of all of Japan, like right there. You know, some markets, some stalls in the market that are like have been open for 400 years. So like the history, the tradition, that's something that I respect more than really anything, is really tradition. And so I rushed over there, like just got there in time because they're very punctual.
Oh, I'm sure.
And everyone's time is important. Something I learned over the years, being on time is being early. So I got there and I sit down, and it was truly like almost an out of body experience, because the welcoming, the feeling of getting a haircut was beyond that. It was the experience, which was an unforgettable one, because I sit down and there's the guy who's giving me the haircut, right? His two parents are sitting off to the corner. His dad's 85, his mom's 83. And you could see that, like, very supportive of their family business. This place was opened in 1941. So you think about, you know, the bomb in Hiroshima.
Of
so
course.
you think about like the timing. So the grandfather started it, then the father ran, and then the son. So it was passed down generationally.
Wow.
And smiles all over. You know, I think that they saw how excited and stoked I was to just be there.
Of course,
and
bro.
I mean, like, I'm someone about talking about tradition and like, you know, trusting people, right? When you go to get a haircut, or if you work with someone, and you know, like a mechanic, let's say, or whoever it is that you want to stay loyal to, because I believe loyalty is royalty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to trust this. This is gonna be an experience. This is gonna be fun. And I walked out of there feeling like $1 million. Like,
did they do anything special? Did they do anything?
There was the haircut, the clean shave, the hot towel, the, you know, showering and all that stuff, head massage. Like, they gave me the full treatment. I was in there for like, I felt like an hour and a half, but I felt like it was almost like the out of body experience was really that. Not only was it great, like I felt good, you know.
But you were in a spot that's been there,
for years.
Yeah, you're in a place where it's just generational.
And the thing is, the people that when they do something that they love, they respect their job enough that they do it well, right? And so they're passionate about what they do. It's kind of like with you.
Yeah.
When I first met my guy here, like he was like cutting holes. He was telling me how he sometimes takes photos of the cuts.
You guys,
because like
I do it.
If you do something and you feel like you did it right, like that's on you to like appreciate.
Of course.
You don't need that validation or anything like that.
No.
But like when you do it right, it's just like me as a professional golfer. If I hit a good shot, you know, you always remember the good ones. You know, you learn from the bad ones.
Yeah, of course.
But it's very few people, and it's very rare nowadays for people to actually love what they do.
To love what they do.
And you can see that in that moment, I was like surrounded by people that were like truly in what they were, you know, invested in what they do.
And the fact
that was an experience because of just someone who loves to do what they do.
Yes, exactly. Being there, being, like you said, being present, being in the moment too. Man, his parents are just watching.
I was like, is that your
happiest-
dad and your mom?
Yeah,
And
they were
he's like,
happy as can be just watching their son work on this white man from Italy. You know, but you know what I mean? I mean, how cool is that?
You know what? I always said to people, like, I have a great grandfather who's he's passed, but he spoke 11 languages.
Wow.
He was in the South African Army, citizen of the universe. And I always try to there's a legacy, like, I want to try to take what he had and be like, you know what, whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever, no matter where you're from, if you respect and take care of the people that take care of you, like, none of that stuff matters.
No.
And so, like, yeah, me being I'm a redheaded Italian Jew.
I know.
Like,
L'chaim, that just got right.
like, doesn't matter. They were like, this guy's awesome. And,
That's
and I felt the same
beautiful.
way.
Exactly. That's what's so beautiful
So
about
just, like,
it.
loving the people that...
Yes.
And I could not tell you, man, like I am right now, ear to ear smiling. Like,
Dude,
it's
of
just
course.
like-
I can't stop smiling while you're smiling. I mean, it's all, I love this shit, dude. I
So,
really do.
Stuff like that. I mean, we saw, like, you know, obviously temples and
Yeah.
and the shrines and the beauty of being in nature,
Right.
the bamboo forests, and there's never enough time, you know,
Of course.
to really
Absorb
absorb everything.
everything, yeah.
But to be able to share that with family and create memories with my two sisters that I spent the most time with.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I call us the tripod. Like, in the
Yeah.
end, like, my dad wants to see that his kids are happy and doing
Yeah.
well, and to know that we're able to enjoy each other's
That's
company
beautiful,
as much
man.
as we did. Like, but that was the first time I did my own thing. So I
Oh.
like separated from the crew.
Oh, you did that by yourself?
I'm like, I'll see you guys later. Enjoy eating. Like, I'm jealous. I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
But I got to get this
You
done.
got to do that all by yourself.
Yeah.
That's so rad.
It was my experience. It was something that I was able to, I think that's why when you asked that question, like,
Yeah.
that was something that I was able to kind of like jump on the opportunity.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walked out, I was like, that was
Dude,
worth it.
that was, and it was a haircut.
Self-worth.
Beautiful.
Self-worth.
That's
So,
awesome, bro.
Doing what you want and keeping, being in line with like what it is that you want to do that day. Because I believe it's one day at a time. There's something that you really want to get done.
What do you
If you
think-
don't get it done, it's not the end of the world. But if
Yeah.
you do it,
Yeah.
like it was one of those things that if it was the last day before we left, so I was like, I really wanted this to do. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to do this for me. So
And that's awesome, man.
So, yeah, so that was
That's
dope.
beautiful, bro. I love that shit. I
Yeah.
really do. Just like
Hell
you're
of an
saying,
experience.
being in the moment, being in present, doing
Making
what
new friends.
Absolutely, dude. I love that stuff. That's why I hug everybody.
Yeah.
You never know. Life is life is short. Life is
Some
precious.
people also need that love.
Yeah,
man.
dude. Yeah, it's like I always ask, like, hey,
Be
brother, go. You a hugger?
human.
I'm a hugger. Let me ask first. Let's bring it in. And you know what I mean? And the thing is just being present and just. I don't
Well,
want to.
we dapped it up as
Yeah,
soon
bro.
as I saw you.
Dude,
like,
the
give
first
you a
day of the
hug.
night, I was like, "What's up, bro?"
I was like, come over here,
Dude,
man.
100%. There is nothing wrong with grown man hugging.
No,
Dude, it's
not
the
at
most
all.
it's just
No.
what's up, bro? I got you, man. That type of thing.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much here.
Good.
Dude, this is great conversation.
Yes,
Literally,
sir.
like that's what I just wanted, man. I
Good.
just wanted, just like you sharing that story of you getting a haircut by yourself. It's worth it. I don't know if I could do it just because I had to cut my hair for so long in the military. That would be a tough one. Maybe I'll get my beard trimmed.
I was
But
about
just,
to say the beard too was pretty
Yeah,
great.
dude.
I even let it grow out just a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I think that's the whole point, man. It's being able to do things where not like I said, like be able to meet people,
Yeah.
hear their story, like what we're doing today.
Dude, absolutely. And I just want to add just a little bit more, accentuate, was that it doesn't matter what the job is, as long as you fucking love that job and just being able to relate it and just to share it with somebody,
Right.
somebody is willing to trust me to do this to them, and I love this, and they're going to love it.
Exactly.
I hope they love it just as much as I love doing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it shows. It shows. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as you asked me to be part of this, I was kind of like,
I appreciate it, man.
hell yeah.
This is real quick, short story.
Sure.
The Masters was just happened. I'm
Yes.
talking to Sam, our superintendent, who's an amazing superintendent.
Very
All my
good.
previous were great.
He's awesome.
He was telling me a story on how he lost his grandfather at the Masters 10 years ago.
No way.
How awesome is that?
Wait, he lost?
He lost his grandfather at the Masters. So I don't want to steal this story, but it's just going to highlight it. Basically, he had
Yeah.
to drop off his grandfather at the Masters
At Augusta National.
at Augusta National, but he couldn't be there with him because he had to go take care of the car, drop something off, whatever.
Uh-huh.
but the credentials weren't matching. He couldn't get back in the way his grandfather was. It's a big giant complex.
Yeah, it's
But he
tough.
lost his grandfather. His grandfather eventually was checked on. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing here? It's like, oh, I'm just waiting for my grandson.
Oh no.
They took him on a tour everywhere trying to find his grandson. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't want to derail.
at
Just
least
want
you
to share
got
the
to see
story.
the course.
Yeah, but how cool these stories. That's my passion. Besides cutting cups and talk, I just love you sharing your story. I know you love your family.
Yeah.
You sense that aura. You
Yeah.
love, like how I love my daddy. So you know that type of thing. You love that, to experience those type of things that you treasure, that you still get to enjoy. I'm not going to get teared up because
No.
unfortunately I lost my dad to cancer in 2005, and he was my best friend. You know, that type of thing. So the fact that when you told me a couple weeks ago, Dad, I'm going, my sisters and I are taking our dad to Japan for his birthday. I was like,
I can always
dude,
get emotional now.
it's a beautiful thing, man.
It was something that was so important, and you know what? People take things for granted.
They do.
There's a song that I love that Ben Rector sings that is you know, it's note to I think it's note to self. And really what it focuses on, sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing on a daily basis that we forget to like even call our parents and say we love you, or the people that you care about. And like, life is short. So
I know.
when you lose someone to cancer, or you're not able to actually have that experience of like having something that brought us so close together.
It's beautiful.
And when I look back, and it was 3 days, I'm still on the Japan time right now. It's 12:25. It's literally like midnight over there. But I was able to have a conversation with my dad that made him cry, and it got me so, you know, like choked up, because I was like, here's a grown man who respects and admires and understands and is listening to his son for the first time about what's important in life. And you know, I don't know, his days are numbered. So it's important to talk about family, to have those stories about whether it's Augusta National and Sam, or you know, and I think that's how you really get to know someone, is to talk about things that are very intimate.
Absolutely, bro. I can't agree with you more, man. That's why I knew our first day we met. Good energy, baby.
Fucking
bro, fucking good energy, man. Good energy. So shit. All right, so let's keep the party started. Keep it going.
We want to get too set.
No, it's all good, bro. We're just getting comfortable.
It's good. I love it.
So we now know we got it. So let's talk about. I know we got the car barn stuff. Freaking golf, bro. So when did that happen? Like, who got you into golf? What made you decide to do this? Go for pro? What?
It all started when I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
I was in Italy, summertime, Sardinia. Not the worst place to play golf, not the best courses, but the views and the beauty of the island in Sardinia. I had a friend of mine who is like my cousin. He's from my dad's girlfriend's nephew. And he was starting to get lessons, and I was just playing soccer most of my life at that time. So I played soccer in high school and college. I played, you know, competitively since I was like 7, 8 years old.
Oh wow.
So, you know, obviously 7, 8, you're
Yeah.
you're just trying to find the goal. It's like watching all those kids run about.
Yeah, right.
But golf became my therapy. I was very to myself. I think that, you know, when people ask me, they're like, wow, you're so good with people. A lot of it came from me just obviously being around people that were like-minded, gave me the confidence to really, truly be myself. And golf really kind of gave me that path. When I first started playing, I fell in love with it so much that it not just became a passion, it didn't just become a passion of mine, but I practiced 6 to 8 hours a day. I mean, I was obsessed. You hear the stories, if anyone's watched the recent Amazon special of Rory and his parents talking about him going to this course and being there for hours. They couldn't even find him, and he was upset to even leave. I mean, I would have to get my dad to come get me or call me and be like, hey, like, dinner's ready, because I did not want to leave.
Wow.
And I think I got so immersed and so like infatuated with the game that I think I had the right people, you know, helping me kind of enjoy it and teach me, which is very important nowadays. I think a lot of times, if you're really wanting to do something, not only do you obviously want to do it well, but you want to have the right people kind of introduce you to the game and make it fun, you know. And so a lot of, you know, full circle, I've played my first tournaments I ended up winning. I mean, this is literally the very beginning of my golf career.
Wow.
I played
And how old are you again? One more time.
I'm 37. I'll
No.
be 38 in August.
And when you started again, the first tournament, you were roughly how old?
I started my first tournaments, really, I would say that once I left my job in retail, I worked on Worth Avenue in Palm Beach for 5 years. I was a store director in retail.
Yeah.
So I was kind of following the family footsteps of doing kind of fashion, and really did really well with that and the networking side of things. But it wasn't enough for me, and I got to a point where I was like, you know what, my girl, my fiance, my biggest support system, you know, other than my family, she was like, listen, like, you're moving to Tampa, what do you want to do? And I was like, you know what, I really want to give this a full-time opportunity and shot. You know, to follow your dream, obviously not many people get to do it.
Yeah.
To know that I have the opportunity and obviously the talent and the self-belief to do it, it was just like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know. And so I played high school golf. I didn't get to play in college. DC was not really the best breeding ground for that.
No, man.
Getting my degree was important, but once I graduated, I think the first question I was asked, and it was the day of my graduation, which was rough, but it was something that was, you know, I think I knew at that point that's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I worked in the industry for many years. I worked for many people. The reason why I started working here was because KK is actually good friends with Tony Chateaubert. He's over at the Palm Beach Par 3. I got to know everyone in the industry, train with a lot of the professionals that you guys get to see on tour.
Oh, wow.
You know, like Eric Van Rooyen and Anna Barnley-Heary, knew Brad Faxon, Ernie Els.
Wow.
A lot of South Africans, a lot of good people, and people that I kind of still look up to today, and always believed in me and my opportunity or my talents.
Mm-hmm.
And it just took for me what really actually, to answer your question, how I got to the point where I was like, I'm ready to do this.
Yeah.
I became sober, and that to me is a real reason why I have so much gratitude and I'm able to stay present. For me, it was the best decision I ever made for myself, because I finally found myself not getting in my own way. I think a lot of times it's very easy to put pressure on yourself and to lose sight of what it is and why you do something. And so through sobriety, I was able to actually not just find all of those great things about putting everything in perspective, but being like, okay, now you have the opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
And in order to continue to grow, remember that if you're going to give this an opportunity, if you're going to give this a shot, to remind yourself of why you started playing the game. And when I first started playing the game, like I said, it was all fun and games, right?
Yeah.
It has to stay like that. When you're able to play be a professional athlete, if you're not enjoying the process and you're so focused on the results driven and all that, you lose sight of why
you're doing
or
it.
how lucky
Yeah.
you are, how blessed I am to be able to do it. So
Exactly.
like, I started playing tournaments again right after I quit my job in October of last year.
Wow.
Started playing, like I was like full throttle. I was like, let's go.
Let's do it.
Moved over here, met someone who brought me back to the enjoyment of the game and the fundamentals and the important things about the game.
Yeah.
And from there I was like, all right, like now let's work on doing this, you know, putting the work in.
Committing.
Staying committed, and
Yeah.
then that relates to then when you hit shots, like staying committed, trusting yourself,
Yeah.
the self-belief, the manifestations that you make every day, the things that, you know, to stay positive, to kind of stay connected to really what does it take and what will it take to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And since I started working here, and I think being around a very healthy environment and being around people like you, literally, whenever I see Dave, whenever I see, you know, any of the guys here, and coming back from Japan, I was like, I'm happy to come back to what I do.
Yeah.
But I was able to have an environment that really fostered growth, which is something that I focus on, but also to like focus on the fostering of growth of the game. And I've lost like 6-7 shots since I've been here. My average score now is close to even par. I went down 6-7 shots. So I was like playing in tournaments and being like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wow.
And just the mindset.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to have all those things and the right people in place, the right support system, training, and all that.
Everything, yeah.
Everything counts.
100%. Talk about training. Like, what do you do for fitness? What do you do for?
So shout out to Lifetime Performance. They're in Palm Beach Gardens. Ken McDonald, Jason Trout, that team.
Okay, I'll put their information down here. I'll see if I can find it.
Definitely
Yeah.
hook them up. They are a huge reason why I am doing this as well. I've always been an athlete. I think when you're a multi-athlete, like hopefully without injuries.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky.
Yeah.
It's a constant. So taking care of yourself, whether it's for me the sobriety, but more importantly the fitness, the stretching and all that, the mindfulness, meditation too, understanding how those interconnect. Ken McDonald and Jason Trout and I have worked together for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
So to have someone that I trust and
that knows your body,
care of my body, and
it knows your body, yeah.
To be able to do the things, because so many times you see coaches out there trying to teach things to people where like their hips won't move that way, or and I think that's what I love about even the coaching staff here is that they really focus on that. But you really have to have that in place in order to perform, because under pressure your body is going to shut down.
Yeah.
And so those guys for sure, again, shout out to them. It's me now trying to do it on my own, which I'm not used to. I think I got pampered and definitely a little more spoiled in the way to be able to have that.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to try to find my community within the fitness community here in Tampa. And
awesome, dude.
Through guys like I know from Pro, Matt Williams, and those guys that started the protein bar over in Boca Raton.
Yeah.
He started through sobriety doing stuff like that, and he's very connected to the fitness community too. So again, it's really kind of having a community of people, whether it's trainers, people that I get to see every day. That's literally my life is either having conversations like this,
just having conversations, talking,
or travel hopefully as an experience and money well spent, and then also just doing what I love. So I play golf, and that's pretty much it. That's my life.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. All right, so this is a good segue. So before we get a little bit more into golf,
on tangents.
No, dude, brother, it's conversation. My notes and my questions are like my guide for me, but I just let how the conversation goes. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy.
Cyrus. You need to be on, bro.
We gotta get you on, brother.
That's Cyrus. He's one of the other guys that you work with and everything. So before we get into all that, get a little bit more detail.
Sure.
I gotta ask you a couple things.
Yeah.
One, what's your favorite golf movie?
Ooh.
You can have top three. I mean, there's a few of them out there now. No one coming out on Netflix.
Tin Cup.
Number one. There we go, baby. That's my number one.
Yeah, I think that might be number one. Kevin Costner, Rene Russo.
Oh, dude. Nobody will forget his 12.
Cheech Marine. That's probably one of the best stories in golf.
I will say that, man. Yeah.
Legend of Bagger Vance.
Would you put Caddyshack up there too, then, or no?
Caddyshack is up there. Those guys, the stories that you hear and like the history and knowing those people and like what they did in comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a legendary movie.
Yeah,
like,
in itself.
Happy Gilmore, I would have to say is top three.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even put Happy Gilmore in my top
Happy
three.
Gilmore.
Wow, Tin Cup is my number one.
Yeah.
I love the story, the romance, the comedy. It's an awesome, and then just to be able to relate. Like, you're just some schmuck at a driving range, and
there's so many good ones, but I think that Tin Cup is so real.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And then Happy Gilmore, I would say is third, only because that's comedy, and back then that was Billy Madison.
Oh, that's Billy Madison. That's art,
Exactly. Adam Sandler killing it. But yeah, those I would say off the top of my head, I would put those in the top three.
Oh, that's good shit, brother. All right.
And then the one with Shia LaBeouf, which is For the Good of the Game.
Yeah.
Like that.
I only saw parts of that one. There's something about Shia LaBeouf at the time, and every time for some reason there was a time
it was a little too overproduced.
There's a time in his career that he's always yelling. Like just from Transformers to that to this,
Yeah.
he's always screaming and yelling.
He's probably a 10 if it's top 10.
Yeah, right.
so.
No, I hear you. All right, you've been golfing all over since you moved here. What's some of your favorite tracks? That Nick likes to
Well,
play at?
right here is my home course in Italy. So if
Okay.
you're talking about all over the world, that's my favorite track.
Okay.
That was made in the 1930s. They just celebrated over 100 years.
Wow.
Yeah. My uncle was a president there for 20 years, so that was
Wow.
a big reason why I even started
Yeah.
playing. He's been a golf fanatic since 1981. A guy who literally knows everyone in the golf industry as well.
Wow.
But in terms of golf courses in Tampa,
Yeah, Tampa Bay. I would say the Tampa
so
Bay and a little
I'm
beyond.
very new to the area. Southern Hills, that's Brooksville. I did enjoy that one. Tampa Palms, reason I decided to work here was because I fell in love with the course. It's like a natural preserve. I mean,
Isn't
the
it beautiful in the
wildlife-
back? When you get towards 9 and then 10, 11, 12, 13, you're all in the back.
So,
and it's beautiful.
So true. I mean, you really. I asked KK, who's our head pro here, who's been here for 30 years or so, whatever it is, and I was like, and I asked him the same question. I was like, so what's your favorite course? He's like, here.
Yeah.
And I think that you said it.
Yeah.
This is one of the only courses that, like, traditionally Arthur Hill's design, 1989.
Yeah.
That originally the clubhouse was supposed to be set at a different hole, our 14th hole or so,
Yep.
and then the 9th hole, you're at the furthest point away from the clubhouse, so like you literally get lost in.
I would
being
say
surrounded
11.
by-
11
is the
is
furthest point.
Yeah, I think 11 is the back of the
He
back.
knows because
Yeah.
he's having.
I'm the cup cutter. That
and
is-
he's a nasty cup cutter too.
Yeah,
By the way,
a
guys.
good one. I'm decent. I mean,
very
I'm good.
good.
I enjoy it. Yeah. But yeah, I would agree, man.
Some nice pin placements.
Oh,
very
especially
challenged.
speaking of which,
Challenge.
by the time this comes out, it'll be a couple of weeks. That the fact that the Masters was this past weekend,
Yep.
and how KK put those pins. Did you hear where he put them on,
No.
bro?
Um,
For example, on 17, he had it in the middle at the top of the hill,
Okay.
right in the middle, hole 5. I
Yep.
took video. I'll have to send you. I
Par
actually
five,
posted
par 5.
in the back right zone 2.
Yep.
I had to cut the cup on a slant. Like I have a picture of it. The cup is on, so if you miss it, it's gone. It goes all the way down. The nastiest pin placement. And so when I was cutting the cups, like, Dave, did you put him anywhere? Bad. I'm like, nope.
Where were the greens rolling?
Oh, dude, they were fast. I don't know the exact. They were up there.
11, 12.
It has to be.
Probably.
Yeah, easy. I can't
I'll
remember
tell
when
you
John
what,
did
we
it. Yeah.
play this course, guys. Like,
It's man.
make sure that you
Bring
some
golf balls. 100%. I mean, that way for me, I can grab them the next day because I love them. That's
Yeah,
a good.
if you lose them, I'll pick them up. Don't
Yeah,
worry
bro.
about it.
Oh my lord, dude. Oh, that's awesome. So you say Tampa Palms probably your
I would say
favorite?
Tampa Palms is number 1.
Yep.
I played Hunter's Green. That's a great track. I'm actually
Yep.
doing my Florida Open qualifier. I was signed up to do it there.
Sweet, bro.
But it just depends on dates. But that one's a great track. Avila, I haven't played yet. I'm doing my U.S. Open qualifier May 4th there.
Sweet, bro.
Haven't played there yet, but I've heard good things. I played Cypress Run.
Yep.
We were just talking
Good job
about
about that. It's a fun track. Very
That's
fast.
very, very tree line narrow.
Yeah.
Not my favorite golf course,
No.
but I would say, and I haven't played Innisbrook where they have the Valspar yet.
Yep.
I did do my pre-qualifier that I didn't make, but you know,
Yeah, it is what it is. You will one day.
we're making it.
Yeah,
slowly but
improvements.
surely. But I'm trying to think of other courses. I played Bayou Club.
Okay.
And then outside of this area, really closer to Bel Air, Florida,
Okay.
I played Pelican.
Yep.
I've wanted to play Old Memorial, and I've wanted to play Bel Air Country Club. There's other clubs that I know that have history. And
History,
Bel Air being
yeah.
like one of the oldest clubs in the country. And
Yeah.
but like I said, I'm new, and
Yeah, dude.
I
that's
got
good
my
stuff,
guy
man.
here that I can hang out with, and not just talk,
Yeah. No.
but
we
play
can play
golf.
it.
And
Yeah.
what's better than playing golf with your
No,
boys?
bro, that's
So,
right, man. That's the best. That's the reason why I started the podcast, baby.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I did. Just to continue on the fun, the conversations that we have on the golf
Yes,
course
sir.
in a 71 Volkswagen bus.
Yeah.
That's what we do, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So,
pretty dope.
thanks, brother. I appreciate you. All right. So let's have a quickie.
Okay.
Your fuck quickie. Your friendly and abashed cup cutter. Your fuck quickie. 5 quick questions.
Okay.
Ready? How many practice swings?
2.
Your favorite shot or club?
8-iron.
Music or no music?
No music.
When you're putting, do you dissect the green, or do you just kind of just go up to
Feel
it?
it.
Yeah.
I would say mostly feel. I've been doing kind of more like testing the elevation with my feet.
Okay.
But feel.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
go with
I
feel.
like that.
And I have to say, with people like Brad Faxon, who I've been friends with for many years, when you get a compliment from him, that makes it makes it a little easier. You start not thinking as much. And then
Gotcha.
less you think, obviously in golf, especially in putting.
Especially in
And
putting.
Starting lines and trusting it.
Wow. It's a feeling. You're the first one I think I've ever answered
I
it
like
like that.
feel.
You're the first one to
Soft
answer like that.
hands.
I'm gonna have to double check. I'm literally gonna go to your 5 quick questions from previous
Sorry,
one. But
that
you're
was
the
a
one that
little
said free. No, I like that. No, you threw me back because I have to write it down. And then last question: driver or passenger?
Driver.
Driver. Okay, nothing wrong with that,
But
man.
then in minor league golf tournaments, sometimes
Yeah.
you're paired with the wrong people. That's when I definitely, you really hope that you're driving, because you know people got moods out there.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I would
I
say
know.
if you're playing with your boys, I like to be driver,
Yeah.
but I won't be mad if I'm passenger either way.
Oh, good shit. Hey, that was a little bit of a long version of a quickie, but I like
Yeah,
my
sorry.
quickie. Sometimes my quickies go long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. You're friendly to best cup cutter, folks.
That's what
Just
she
wanted to-
said.
Exactly. All right, man. So let's get more into your golf. I got some questions that you mentioned. You said a couple things earlier on.
Yep.
So I know you're working on your way to be a pro,
Yep.
which is awesome. But let's talk about real quick with being a cart guy. Cart guy, cart boy, what do you want to be called?
Outside operations specialist.
Oh, damn! Figured it's engineer over here. Okay. No, one more time. You want so I can get the title right.
Outside operations specialist.
I'm going to put that in the title of for the thumbnail.
That's a resume builder, right?
Oh, I
there.
love that, man. Big words. I love it. No,
Yes,
that's good
sir.
stuff.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you love about being a cart guy? Wait, I'm sorry.
Outside
Operations
operations specialist.
Okay. What's your favorite part about it?
OOP. So being an outside operations specialist, the reason why I like that title is because first off, it's outside ops. So that entails not just taking care of the guests, but you know, I think you're more hands-on. You're able to really make the experience what it is or what you want to make of it. I've worked at many golf courses around South Florida, mostly. Worked at the park most recently. Talk about experience. That is one hell of a place to bring friends and family. It's all about, you know, the vibes. It's all about the environment. I think that when I worked originally out of college, I worked my first job out of Royal Palm Mountain Country Club in Boca Raton. Seagate Country Club is another one of them. Old Palm, where I met Ernie Ellis and a bunch of the guys from tour. I think that the things that I love about the outside operations specialist, kind of that ops position, is that you truly get to be there for the guests, and you really try to make it that experience where when they come back, not only do they remember your name, so it's just like retail, you really make it about them. And when you're able to do that, I almost get like kind of goosebumps when, you know, when you realize you're being yourself around people, and they obviously appreciate you for that. Because it really is something that's so rare that it's one of the jobs that we have nowadays that is still very kind of traditional to the beginnings of the position, where you really get to focus on not just the experience, but you really create a team, you know, teamwork kind of environment. I've worked for many teams. This one by far has been the best team, because I feel like everyone has the same mindset, and a lot of props and a lot of kudos to KK, our head pro, and his team, his staff. Everyone, I think it's always about from top down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So him being kind of the person that as soon as I met him, I knew that I wanted to work for him. It's made this job obviously more enjoyable. And I do it part-time, but I look forward to coming here every day and doing it. It's the simple things that make it great. I think being the person that, you know, when a person comes to go play golf, you know, you kind of break the ice. So you introduce them, welcome them. You know, I think there's the dirty work, which is just cleaning carts and stuff like that.
Doesn't matter.
It's so easy.
Doesn't matter.
Like,
Yep.
if you're complaining about working outside ops, then
Yeah.
maybe not the right job. But you know, the benefits, obviously, let's not forget about that.
Right.
You get free golf.
Here.
And at a premier golf course that
Not everyone can go.
not everyone can play.
Exactly.
And not everyone can play in general because it's so difficult.
That's true
so
as well.
it makes you better.
Yeah.
So a lot of this job, there's a lot of things that I find grateful for. But I enjoy being around people that share the same passion in golf as I do. And then you get to meet people through invited clubs where people come from all over. They talk about the club. They were like, oh, wow, like, you know, I haven't been here in so long and this amount of time. And like, you guys have a great team. So it's really having the right team that promotes, you know, and makes me enjoy the job that much more.
You're absolutely right. And there's something that I want to agree with you too. What you said earlier was when you're being yourself doing this type of job, right?
Yeah.
Because you can tell when someone's being phony.
Yeah.
You can tell
Or
somebody when they're
just-
upset or they just don't want to be there. You can see that.
Yeah.
Clear as day, especially like
I
you
can
said
feel
earlier.
that from a mile away.
Exactly. Especially with customer service. When you said earlier, I mean, just a second ago, you are the first person that they see when you, like you guys, I come here often, not just because I work, but you guys are on the ready to greet somebody with a cart. Let me grab your bag. Let's move you guys up, but on a good, positive way.
Yeah.
So when you have people that are not true to themselves, which majority of all the guys are,
You know how
they're
to kind of navigate
Yeah.
around it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially
But I mean,
when people are not in the best moods. It's
Yeah.
like really getting to know how to like
Exactly.
be a people person.
yeah, exactly. It's
So
very
there's a lot
key.
of lessons that I've gained from working a job like this
Exactly.
that actually have translated into not just who I am, but
Yep.
who I want to be.
True. And you said another good thing about like if you want to be somewhere or do something, you do whatever it takes. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the job is. Real quick, I had an opportunity to be stationed in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like if I had to get any chance to get out there, even now, if you need somebody to clean those toilets, that'll be the
Yep.
best damn toilet. You will piss, eat, shit, throw up in.
It doesn't hurt that
Just-
we're both like kind of
cares?
perfectionists
Yeah,
or just
who
people
cares?
who care. It's
Exactly.
not OCD. It's just like
No.
you're doing a job.
Do it.
You want to be able to be proud of that job. once it's
100%.
done.
Exactly.
So-
Those carts will be clean. Those cups will be good.
Oh, yeah.
That toilet will be fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Just because again,
I take photos of carts after I not well if they're not
it's all
done
good.
perfectly.
Oh, of course. No, it's a good aesthetically. It looks very good. No, man, that's good shit, dude.
Details,
Good,
details.
brother. It's just good energy, brother. It's good energy.
Details.
All right, so I want to circle back now with when you're coming to golf.
Okay.
Right now, you were talking earlier about being the right mindset, right? Being in the moment, absorbing, resetting, all that type of jazz.
Yeah.
You mentioned about meditating when it comes to fitness and the overall thing. So let's just do a little react to what happened with breath work. Let's take, for example, what happened in the Masters with Garcia. Let's just throw
Okay.
that out there,
Perfect. Good
right? Let's
example.
throw this right here.
One of my favorite players growing
Yeah,
up.
right. Now he acted like that at the Masters. What is your opinion on it? As a man who just said you really should be taking it all in, be present. Shit that happened, but on that stage.
My opinion is something that I've personally worked on a lot is emotional control. And a good example, real quick, just to, segue into, Sergio, is that sometimes we all have days that are good or bad. It's all upon us and our responsibility and accountability to ourselves to know how to react. Golf really teaches you how to not just stay present because you have to in order to play your next shot. But if you get caught up in, what's the next shot, what just happened, and then getting emotional. Getting emotional is especially the way that Sergio got emotional was, I hate to say it, but it's true. It's disrespectful. You can have all the emotions and hit bad shots and play poorly, but don't you think that these people should have more gratitude in their lives? Most people don't get to do what they love. And to do it at a level like that, where the guy's a multimillionaire, he's won the Masters, he'll get an invite every year. So there's no excuse for a behavior like that. And, when you're that angry, because there's a lot of anger in that man. He's done that before. There was a shot I think he did in the European tour that was in Dubai out of the bunker, and you could see him same exact move, swiping the grass and the sand or whatever. When you're at a level like that and you're on TV and you're representing, it's not necessarily anymore about representing yourself, you're also representing the game. And when it comes to tradition, like a tradition like unlike any other, right? Jim Nantz saying that every time, it's like imprinted in our brains as golfers. You represent something that's bigger than you. And so for him to act that way was unfortunate. Do we understand where it's coming from? Frustration, anger, all this stuff? Sure. But you got to keep those emotions, you know, at bay. And sometimes we all blow up. Breaking clubs is something that I used to see happen as a kid. My stepfather, you know, would have the yips, if anyone knows what those are, and I'm sure they do. It's never fun when you start to like hate what you used to love doing, and then like it gets frustrating. But to smash a club like that, yeah, completely uncalled for.
Yeah, it's a shame because if it happened 20, 30 years ago,
and it can happen in any course, but
of course,
Augusta is like
in this day and age,
come
just
on,
with
man.
social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They took the video, whatever. Obviously, nobody has phones there, but you know what I'm saying. Now
Sure.
it's spread out throughout the whole.
One of the best things about the Masters.
Oh, exactly. Be present. Being present.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shame. You know, I hear with you, man. It's like I have my bad days too in golf, but I don't think I've ever really hit something like that to break something. Let alone I'm going to do it at a prestigious. You're respecting the premise. You're respecting the grounds. So like, about myself real quick about the greens. When I see cigarette butts, sunflower
in
seeds,
golf carts, yeah. If people are watching this,
dude,
do not leave cigarette butts in golf carts. As an outside operations specialist,
that's right. There you go. I love that.
That is stuff that you can't do.
That's actually going to be one of my questions. I'm going to ask you, what advice do you have for folks? But you know what I mean? It's like, that's a sacred ground, right?
Yeah.
The greens is sacred ground. I hate it when I see that shit. When I see the Zen packets or come on, folks, on that area. But then when you take it to the next level at the Masters, you don't be hitting the turf. You don't be
It's
hitting
almost
anything.
like full circle with the conversation we're having. Like when I was in Japan, it was so clean. They have so much respect for each other that you think about things like, of course, like, you know, we're in this United States of America. There's a lot of pride of being American.
Yeah.
But there's also respecting yourself and how you want others or how you want to be seen. Whether it's throwing a club, whether it's leaving cigarette butts and making people do work that they shouldn't have to do.
Yeah.
Because you're too lazy to clean up after yourself. It just, you know, if I'm playing golf with someone and I see someone do something like that, you know, and it's funny because my girl who's new to golf, who really doesn't know too much about it, when I threw a golf tee on the ground, she was like, "What are you doing?" You know, she's all about the nature and she's all about, you know, even though that's something that is very, very regular and common, when you see something that is like someone it's like almost driving behind someone and they throw, you know, whatever it is they throw out of the car. I mean,
oh yeah.
It gives that person, it almost makes, it just makes you look bad. I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
He just basically let his emotions get ahead of him, and then it is what it is. So you got some qualifiers coming up though pretty soon.
Yes.
So how you digging that? Are you ready?
I'm so ready. I think that, you know, we focus on one day at a time. I am very, very more able to understand what it is that I need to do as tournament preparations. That includes, you know, obviously staying healthy. That's not a problem for me, but mindset is everything, because you can be physically, you know, in great shape and, you know, specimen or whatever, but if you're not there mentally and knowing how to work your way up until like the tournament is, you know, when you have to perform. I have till May 4th for the US Open qualifier. That's going to be Alva Golf and Country Club. I am now after a vacation, which I thought was really helpful. Sometimes taking some time off of things and not getting burnout is very important. So that was important too. So that was part of my preparation, the timing of everything. But I focus on playing in some tournaments. Most of the tournaments I play in are the minor league golf tour. The minor league golf tour is based in South Florida. Scott Turner, the guys over there, we'll shout out to them.
No, absolutely.
Too. But that is a breeding ground for a lot of tour pros and a lot of guys even on other tours that are, you know, in between weeks and tournaments. So it's just keeping the game sharp, playing golf, not being so focused on technique, but getting out there on the golf course and really putting into practice and like a pre-shot routine, the fundamentals, and what it is that you want to think about before you hit every shot. So like all those things matter. My preparation right now is like today, part of it is just doing things like this too. Not necessarily being so focused on actually the game, but having conversations with people about things that matter. I think that when you put life in perspective, it makes it so that you're calmer and you're able to actually really be more present when you're playing too. Like, it's a balance. You know, you can't just give it 100%. I could be playing 54 holes every day, get burnt out, get tired. So it's just like giving myself a little bit of time to kind of breathe when I'm not playing, not overdoing it, not trying to play and practice the day before. So that's really kind of trying to like grasp and understand what it takes to not just be prepared physically, but mentally going into a tournament. But the US Open is something I've been looking forward to. I didn't play in it last year. And then at the end of the year, I'll have European Tour, Q School, be a great way to be able to spend more time in Europe and spend more time with my dad there.
Awesome. Oh man,
but yeah, but you know, US Open's next. That's
awesome, brother. One. Dude, I know we could cool on forever. I would love to, but dude, that was awesome. We'll
have to do another one.
I think we need to do a part 2, especially how about like even after you qualify.
Yeah.
How about that, bro?
Okay.
After you qualify.
Sure.
I mean, because it's so a lot of these things like I don't need to ask because we've covered so much.
Yeah.
And dude, that was an hour.
That's awesome.
That was a quick. I mean, we're already at an hour and 5 minutes, bro.
That's awesome,
dude. It's like I went. Oh shit! It got too hot. That was perfect timing. Hold on. So with that being said, watch this.
There we go.
So I can do that.
There we go.
Sorry, brother.
No,
this
good.
is gonna work.
You're good.
So, brother, I appreciate you having a conversation with my guy.
Brother.
I love your flexibility with this shit.
Thank you.
Folks, this has been
Nicolo.
Why do I see? Because I want to say Ragazzi.
Everyone calls me Nico. You can call me Nico.
I know. I want to say Nicolo, but I want to say because Ragazzi. Because I'm thinking Ragazzi. I want to put the I. So, brother, again, thank you for wanting to be on the podcast. Thank you for having this conversation with me, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Folks, I hope you guys follow this guy when it comes to his golf game. It's going to be amazing. You can see him here at Temple Palms, making sure that carts are clean, clubs are good.
Of course, yeah.
Brother, absolutely. Bro, again, thanks again, dude.
Yeah, man.
Well, folks, with that being said, this has been your friendly and abashed cup cutter. Don't be shy. Come say hi.
Yes, sir.
Bro, dude.
My man, gratitude.
Dude, absolutely.
You're friendly, unapologetic.